Oh, hello there. Do you notice something different today? Yes, that's me not wearing a mask outside. Fucking finally, It is 2nd April. And here's the thing, we can finally be maskless outside. You guys have no idea how happy I was when the news first came out. What's happening is that I'm actually just going to Kent 1 to buy some lunch. And, really just take a walk and breathe in all this air without needing to have the mask on outside. Okay, so the rule allowing us to be without the mask outdoors actually put out on 29th of March, about 4 days ago. And I'm actually a bit surprised because a lot of people still have their mask on outside. I don't know whether they are scared of contracting the virus. I will say that at the beginning, it gives you this hot mentality feeling and it makes you feel weird for taking your mask off when you're outside. In essence, what a lot of people actually do is that they'll just keep their mask on because it feels wrong taking their mask off. Just a simple observation I made over the past week or so, and it definitely does intrigue me considering how we've been so jaded by having to wear this mask all the time. Yet, when we don't have to, that's when people are actually putting it on and keeping it on. Just got off the bus, take out the mask. Why is everyone still keeping the mask on? I have no clue why. So I posted an Instagram story asking people why they still keep their mask on. Yeah, I'm just really curious so I'll update you guys later when I've gotten some answers in. Okay, so I got a bunch of responses. There are quite a few reasons why a lot of people still keep their masks on. One of which is actually to stay considerate for the other people. Basically, they'll keep their mask on to reduce the chance of infecting other people outside. Another very common reason is that people find it very troublesome. Take off their mask and constantly put it back on when they go indoors. So if you're someone that keeps going indoors and then outdoors and then indoors and then outdoors, they find it really troublesome to do that. But that's when I also pose another question. So let's say theoretically in this situation you are at a park and you're just sitting down, you're not going indoors anytime soon, would you still put your mask on? I'll update you guys with what the responses are like. Another big reason is that people are still generally trying to avoid getting the virus. Some people are afraid that it might have long-term effects on your lungs, but that is something that you're going to have to deal with for the next 5-10 years or even forever for that matter, because this virus isn't going to go away anytime soon. That's fair if you're trying not to get COVID, but then you must also think and really commit to the idea of putting on your mask and wearing on your mask every time you step out of the house from now till forever. So because there's really no guarantee that this is going to go away anytime soon. Okay, all of this is really heavy right now. I'll tell you guys more about the responses when I'm back in hall. Okay, so what other reasons are there? Oh, some people say they forget that they can take their mask off. Su Hong 26 says he feels naked without it. And Dominic says that it still feels illegal. I definitely get that feeling. And yeah, a lot of people still don't want to contract the virus. You're going to be wearing it in coffee shops, HDBs, library, classroom, so what's the point? But I'm also not going to be wearing it at the park or at the beach when I'm alone sitting on a bench. Some people just say that they want to wear the mask so that they can hide their appearance. Ugly bobs need wear mask. I would understand if you don't want to put on things like makeup, or if you just gain more confidence in your appearance if you put on a mask. You do you, totally fine. It's very interesting seeing all these different perspectives. Although I did have an inkling that these would be the reasons for keeping the mask on, even when you're outside. I'll keep these Instagram stories running and I'll show the statistics later in the video. I guess I also want to show some perspectives from the other side. Why are people okay with keeping their mask off? Yeah, I'm gonna ask that. Be right back. Am I a vlogger now or what? So why are some people team mask off? I personally believe the rate of transmission outdoors, especially in Singapore with a hot climate, is not so high. Joey says, have to take out because I sweat a lot and mask will get wet if I leave it on. This is quite a common sentiment. No more collecting sweat in my mask. It gets sweaty on a hot day. Chewy says, I've been waiting 2 years for this, man. Same here. If it's less people, low volume and outside, well ventilated, then why not? My sentiments exactly. If you're just alone, just take the mask off, right? I guess I'm a little bit biased because I actually recovered from the virus not too long ago, so I guess I have some natural immunity at the moment and I don't have to worry about it as much as compared to people that have not contracted the virus before. So Shin says, I have no families here. Jerry says, open air space with little people, I'll take off. As long as it's crowded, I will wear it. Honestly, that is what I would expect from a lot of Singaporeans, in that they would actually remove their mask most of the time. But if there are crowds, we would be a bit more mindful and put it on. I think after the whole 2 years, we've just been more cautious about people randomly coughing in the streets and spreading their viral load to people around them. You know, we're a bit more mindful about the sneezes and stuff like that lah. So I can understand why you would wear it around big groups as well. Singapore government is like the most cautious government in terms of handling COVID. So if even they say that it's fine, then I think they figured out that the mask really isn't making much of a difference. That's interesting. Singapore is indeed one of the most cautious when it comes to mask wearing. I guess they're trying to open things up again. I guess they also see enough evidence to show that we have the capacity to do that now. Yeah, and a lot of them says the weather is too damn hot. But I'm gonna end it off with these two responses. Change begins with you. Normalize normalcy again. H2O says like it needs to be endemic at some point. Yeah, that's what I think as well lah. I know wearing a mask is really a small inconvenience, but I don't want this small inconvenience to last throughout the time that I spend in Singapore to the end of my days. These are actually the small changes that the government is rolling out to bring us back to the old normal, not the new normal that we are so used to over the past 2 years. And I for one really want to embrace that old normal again. To the Singapore government, feel free to use me as a guinea pig for this experiment of loosening up restrictions. I'm happy not wearing a mask outside from now on. Gonna close off the vlog right now. I'll see you guys soon. Catch you guys at the next one. Peace out.